What is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video, my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over some NBA games for Friday, May 6th, 2022. I'm going to show you highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And I wish you guys the best of luck on all your picks today. Let's go ahead and get into the games. We're going to be looking at the Heat versus the Sixers in Game 3, and then the Suns versus the Mavericks in Game 3. On this side of the screen right here is what I call my daily numbers, date numerology, Gregorian Hebrew calendar. And then on this side of the screen is what I call my game numbers specific to the game. The way that I have it structured here is I keep track of the home team win-loss records for the NBA playoffs. So for this season, the Heat versus the Sixers will be the 52nd NBA playoff game for this year. The Heat lead the series 2-0. They're looking to go up 3-0 or 2-1 if the Sixers win. But right here, I have the road team, their coach's record, his postseason record, the team's season record, their road record, and their record postseason as a team. In the middle is the head-to-head records between the two teams all time. And then at the bottom is the home team, their season record, their home record, their postseason record, their coach's record, and his playoff record for his career. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. We'll just look over some scenarios for each side of these games, and then you guys will decide on what makes the most sense for you. So the way I usually start this off, if I start off with home teams, I go over some numbers for the home team to win this game, and then I'll go over some numbers for the road team to win this game. So let's start off with the home team, the 76ers. If the 76ers were going to win this game, let's go ahead and start off by saying today is May the 6th, the revenge of the 6th. 5/6, 6/5. 76ers can get their 56th win for the season on May 6th, 5/6, like 56. It's the 35th day of the Hebrew religious side of the calendar. Sixers could become 56-35 for a season record with a win. Today is the 5th day of the 9th month on the Hebrew civil side of the calendar, like the number 59. He would sit on 59 wins with a loss. And then what else? They can get their 19th road loss as Sixers become 6-7 head-to-head against the Heat postseason all time. 67, the 19th prime number. It's Sixers' 91st game for the season. Heat coach, he can sit on 91 postseason wins for his career with the loss, as he gets his 60th postseason loss all time for his career. Today with 33 date numerology on the Gregorian, if you write out the number 33, it sums to 60. So that could go against the Heat there, the coach. And it's the 144th all-time head-to-head matchup between these two teams. Heat can sit on 144 postseason wins with a loss. So those would be some numbers there for the Sixers. The Sixers can get their 27th home win for the season as their coach gets his 103rd postseason win all-time for his career. 103 is the 27th prime number. And then Heat would get their 31st loss for the season on a day with 53 date numerology for the Gregorian. 31 written out sums to 53. Those would be some numbers for the Sixers to win this game. If the Heat were going to win this game, one thing we can talk about is that the Heat are 5-7 head-to-head against the Sixers for the postseason. 5-7, 7-5. This is the season that's celebrating the 75th anniversary of the NBA. And since the Heat already became 5-7 or 7-5 head-to-head against the Sixers in the last game, in this particular game, they can pick up their 75th all-time head-to-head win against the Sixers. And if that were to happen, 75 written out sums to 53. Stay with 53 date numerology on the Gregorian. It also sums to 55. And Sixers can sit on 55 wins for the season with the loss. But 75 sums to 145. And 145 could be what Heat pick up for a postseason win. They can pick up their 145th postseason win as a team, while the Sixers coach sits on 1,145 wins all time for his career with the loss, which looks like a 145, just with an extra one in there. But also to connect the 55 with a different connection other than the 75. This will be Heat's 257th postseason game as a team. 257 is the 55th prime number, which could keep Sixers on 55 wins for the season as well. And then the Heat would get his 752nd all-time win for his career. 752 is just a reflection of 257, the 55th prime number. Sixers could sit on 55 wins with a loss. Today does have 33 date numerology on the Gregorian. 33 written out sums to 60. The Heat coach could get a 60th loss, or Heat could pick up their 60th win for the season. So that goes for them and against them. Could go either way with that number. And then lastly here, today is a day leaving 239 left in the Gregorian year. 239, the 52nd prime number. It is the 5th day of the second month on the Hebrew religious, like 52. The Sixers could continue to sit on 239 wins postseason as a team with a loss. 239, the 52nd prime number. And then actually one more last thing. Heat would sit on 30 losses for the season with a win as they up the series 3-0, like 30 head-to-head against the Sixers. So that's a possibility as well. So that's both sides for you there, roughly, for the Heat and Sixers game. Let's move on to the next one, the Suns and the Mavericks. Let's look at the home team, the Mavericks, first, and then we'll go over some numbers for the Suns. So if the Mavericks were going to win this game, one thing that would play in their favor is this is going to be the 15th postseason head-to-head matchup between these two teams. Mavericks can finally get their first win against the Suns for the season and become 1-5 head-to-head against like 15. This will be the 183rd all-time head-to-head matchup between these two teams. Suns coach can get his 318th all-time loss for his career. 318, 183 are just anagrams of each other. Suns would get their 21st loss for the season as they fall 2-1 head-to-head against Mavericks for this particular playoff series, like 21. What else? Today's the day leaving 239 left in the Gregorian year. It's the 5th day of the second month on the Hebrew religious, 239, the 52nd prime. Mavericks coach can sit on 239 losses all time for his career with a win. And what else? 45th away game for the Suns, a 45th home game for the Mavericks. 45 is the 9th Fibonacci number, I believe. Oh, no, 9th triangular number. And Mavericks can sit on 34 losses for the season. 34 is the 9th Fibonacci, I believe. Yeah. 34, the 9th Fibonacci. 45, the 9th triangular. Mavericks can sit on 34 losses in their 45th home game. What else? Mavericks can get their 57th win for the season as they get their 32nd home win for the season. 57 written out sums to 139, the 32nd prime number. It also sums to 139, the 34th prime number. And so they could become 57-34 as they get that 30-second home win. 57 sums to 131, the 30-second prime number. So those would be some numbers for the Mavericks to win this game. If there are going to be some numbers for the Suns to win this game, this is what it would probably look like. Suns can get their 71st all-time win for the season, for this season in particular, on the 126th day of the Gregorian. 71 written out sums to 126. Also sums to 45 in two of the four base ciphers. It being Suns' 45th away game, Mavericks' 45th home game. Suns can get their 71st win. 71 written out sums to 126. 126th day of the Gregorian year. 71 mathematically is the 20th prime number. Suns can continue to sit on 20 losses. They could become 71-20 for a season record with the win. 71, the 20th prime number. Suns can get their 35th road win for the season on the 35th, the day of the Hebrew religious side of the calendar, as the Mavericks get their 35th loss for this season, while sitting on 56 wins on May 6th, written 5/6. Today has 33 date numerology on the Gregorian, 33 written out, sums to 60. Suns can become 6-0, like 60, head-to-head against the Mavericks for the season. And 120 connection I missed, 71, the 20th prime number. Suns can become 71-20. Mavericks coach can get his 20th playoff loss all time for his career. And then Suns would become 6-9 or 9-6 head-to-head against Mavericks for the playoffs with a win. This being the 53rd playoff game for the season on a day with 53 date numerology. 53 is the 16th prime number, and 16 written out sums to 96. 9669. But I think that might be about it for both these sides. You can make a case for each side. Some pretty good numbers here. I would definitely check the injury reports, see if there's anybody on the injury reports that may affect, which way you might look at this game. But you can definitely make a case for either side. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this gives you an insight to both of these games, the Heat and the Sixers, and the Suns and the Mavericks. Hopefully it adds to something that you already have. Maybe get you started on something. Maybe I talked about some numbers that you didn't know about. Maybe give you just a quick overview. Either way, I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully you win all the money in the world. I wish you the best luck on all your picks, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.